All right, now, welcome to the first episode of this podcast. What's it going to be about? How's it going to go down? Who knows? This first episode is just winking it and understanding how all this thing goes down. I mean, at first, this thing was going to be elaborate. It's going to be insane. It was going to be the hard-hitting news. But you know, it's not that anymore. It's been simplified. It's digressed down to something more enjoyable for myself. Because, to the bottom line, it's hard to motivate yourself to do something that's more, like you think it should be this way, but you're not really feeling it. And I wasn't really feeling my in-depth effort I put into everything, like the hours of this is how everything's gonna work. Yeah, I threw that all away. So, welcome again. No one's gonna be listening to this because it's the first episode and it's trash. But if someone is, welcome. Now, introducing the first segment, it's going to be Coin Watch. This is where we're just going to look at coins, see which coins are happening, what's popping, what I think's popping at least. I mean, in the future, maybe we'll have a bunch of people giving their input on what's cool, what's good. But for now, it's just going to be me throwing all the ideas out there, all without being backed by research, It's going to be half research, half this is hype. Get in for the quick gangings and get out because it's just a shit coin. So, starting off, I guess the first market coin watch segment, obviously we're all in on Bitcoin and Ether. Bitcoin, no matter if Ether eventually passes it up, which probably will happen, Bitcoin's price will never be surpassed, at least in my opinion. It's going to be speculated to hell and just increase in price. Ether might be the next standard because it's facilitating all these other coins in this little own economy. And I think that's really a win. So, plus it's backed by all these corporations and bigger money. So, long term, obviously, Bitcoin and Ether. If you're risk averse, that's what you should be watching or actually putting things in. These two are probably the only ones I'm going to straight up endorse. On to the rest of the list, I'm looking at Wings. Wings, that's facilitating its own little network. Organizations having it easy to create things on the Ethereum network. I mean, that's going to boost Ethereum's prices. But Wings itself, it's pretty undervalued. What's something that makes creations of these organizations on Ethereum so easy, being only 60 cents, this probably might be a deal. Everything's booming, so everything's going to go up. The rest of these coins don't really have a super good information, like super good explanation because I'm lazy. And it's the first episode. Bear with me. It's like Psycoin. That's a good one to be watching out for, Cloud storage is kind of hyping it. It was kind of a buzzword at one point, like Internet of Things. But cheap cloud storage, that has like the potential to be bought out. I don't think it's going to be its own thing if it actually pans out. That's 100% going to get bought out by someone big already in the cloud storage industry. And those two are the really only ones I bother to go in depth. Because this isn't a super serious podcast. This is a lighthearted entertainment eventually. I don't know. Not that entertaining, but it can be. You'll find out. Alright, moving on. You can't coin watch with definite winners, So we're gonna go to Ubiq. I don't know how to say it. UBIQ. Ubiq. I mean, this one had extreme growth, but I think the growth's gonna come down, and it's probably our most likely contestant on another segment. But you'll find out what that segment is soon. DGB, rapid growth, could be a further winner, or it could regress some. But I think this is still solid, but not solid if you're just entering it. Waves, sure, that's kind of facilitates its own thing too. Could be good. Verge destroys me because I'm sitting here waiting on my money to come through, my little bit, my poor people money to come through in Coinbase, so I could throw some at this shit coin that I'm pretty sure that it goes up. And guess what? The story always happens. It goes up 300%. I see it under 100 Satoshi. And I'm sitting here eyeing it for days, wondering Coinbase, why does it take this long to get my money? I should have did it from a debit card instead of the bank, But I think Verge can ride the hype train maybe a little bit more, and maybe it'll actually turn out to be something decent. Who knows? This isn't what this podcast is about. This is about in-depth research about how this thing's amazing on the fundamentals. This is about hype, just like most of these. It's all about hype, like how the crypto world is kind of right now. ICO hype, launder your hard-earned Chinese mined coins in ICOs to, lessen your tax. This isn't about that. We have three more coins that are on the watch list. Swarm City. Why? I don't know. But it has an odd name. Bancor. This is an obvious one. Isn't the ICO coming up soon or something? Or happening? I don't know. If you're an American like myself, you're basically out of luck. But, most times ICO dips some. And overall, you're still going to probably get it at a lower price than it will be in a few months. So don't beat yourself up about that. And BAT. That one already tripled. Will it continue? Maybe. Or is it just riding on the hype of miners throwing everything and other people who've already made tons of money off Bitcoin throwing their money into ICOs? Who knows? But it's still here on CoinWatch. Alright, so that will conclude our first segment. Was it good? Was it bad? It was probably terrible. But onwards to the second segment. If we had a budget, we'd have a cool transition. Alright, the second segment is going to be trash talk, basically. We're going to take our winners and our losers from the last podcast. We're going to see, because the podcasts are going to happen Monday and Thursday. Write that down now. Monday and Thursday. So we're going to take the difference between those, the days between those days. So for Thursdays, we're going to look at Monday itself, Tuesday and Wednesday. And then obviously Monday, for the Monday one, we're going to look at previous. We're going to trash talk the ones on the watch list, most likely. Or if already trash talked them to death, and I'm just dumb and not adding anything new, we're going to pick something else. We're going to pick our biggest loser for the week. And I'm just going to go on CoinMarketCap, I'm going to pick some. And it's going to mainly be, my opinion on it. And by my opinion, I mean a highly exaggerated and maybe even, super ironic if it's something I have money in. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, the first one will turn out good. Probably won't. Well, this is a work in progress. I'm just happy I'm actually doing it. So Some people say action is better than no action. So we're going to roll with that now until, action and quality can meet each other. And so since this is the first podcast, there won't be any trash talk segment. I guess that would be another 5-ish minutes. All right, onward to the final segment, no budget, no transition. I think this final segment is just going to be whatever I really feel like talking about, if I'm going to be completely honest. But most of the time, it's going to be related to crypto in general, or just general life, kind of like advice or something I read. Like, oh, this is interesting. I feel like I should share it. So this is the kind of thing this third segment is going to be about. I guess today I'm just going to have a little PSA about not sweating over all the gains that you missed, or all the gains that you could have had, or if I would have held this, I would be a millionaire right now. Shouldn't worry about that, because obviously it didn't happen, so you shouldn't sweat. You should take your lesson, maybe not have so weak hands, or maybe your hands are too strong and now you have a big bag. Just learn from your experience, try to change it for the next time. Not every coin's the moon. You're not going to go on the moon. You're not going to the moon with every single coin you go with. Most of them will probably be flops. But as long as Bitcoin going up, you're fine. You'll be able to sell at the price you got it at, or a little bit more. Usually, as long as things in general are going up. So, yeah. I think I'll close this podcast out super early, because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. See you Thursday. Be there Thursday. Obviously, non-existent crowd. And I promise, the budget will go up about $5 more next time. Depending if I get my Coinbase deposit in. Maybe. Hopefully Tuesday, boys. Then we'll be in the money. And by in the money, I mean we'll be still low investors. This is my first rodeo, just saying. I've been doing this for a while. But I just got back into it. So that's why I'm poor again. Had 2 Bitcoins at the height my existence that I wish I didn't spend on dumb stuff. But live and learn. Just like the lesson. So I guess today was double lessons. Don't spend your money. Hold. Even if that's slightly contradictory to what I said beforehand. Alright, now we're actually closing out the episode, so thanks for listening, non-existent audience. I'm glad you're here from the first podcast. Never did this before. Quality's probably terrible. Podcast's probably terrible. But it happened. We'll improve. I promise. So, bear with me for now. Bear with me for the next 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks. And I promise. By week 3, we'll have this down to a science, like a elementary school science. And then we'll build up to middle school science, and then high school science, and then college science. Eventually. So see you Thursday. Insert catchy name here. We'll work on that one. It's been Cryptospendthrift. Said my name wrong. Cryptospendthrift podcast number 1. Introductions and low budget.